Yeah, I mean, we've seen it, all season with the go-go. When he was on his two-way, we saw it. He's a guy that can do a lot of different things. He can create for himself. He can create for teammates. He can get to the foul line. He can rebound for his position. Thought tonight he did a really, really good job of letting the game come to him, finding the moments to be aggressive, and then capitalizing those moments. So I was really proud to see that performance from him tonight. Yep.
What was kind of the message throughout the fourth quarter? Obviously, it was close. Kept trying to pull away, didn't get there, and then pulled away at the end.
I asked the guys to come up with 2 words to describe this game today. And I honestly think this box score is beautiful, right? There's an ugliness in it, but there's a beauty in the ugliness. And the 2 words were scrappy and resilient. And to me, the resilience is everything. I say it time and time again. I say it everywhere I can with these guys. Toughness, true toughness is not a physical toughness to respond to the opponent's physicality. True toughness is your mental ability to get onto the next most important thing, right? So not taking something negative from defense to offense and vice versa. I thought that our guys did a really good job where we had a 10-point lead and they upped the physicality and the intensity. We could have folded, but instead we didn't, right? So we have the ball, we're down 1, we execute the play, we get a rim attempt, we get an extra possession off of that, we get a kick out, we get a shot from a guy who wasn't in a great rhythm, right? So when you connect the dots on all of that, number 1, we executed, right? So that's huge. That means that we were present and eager and ready to accept that moment and capitalize. Number 2, we got an attempt that we like, a shot at the rim by Bub Carrington, right? Number 3, 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪, a guy who, box score-wise, scoring-wise, hasn't had his greatest games. He got the rebound. And then instead of thinking, oh, it's my turn, what he did was he saw an open teammate, a guy who hadn't really been knocking him down to that point in Patrick Baldwin. He finishes the game 1 for 5 from 3, but he hits the game winner. So there's a lot to digest on that. But I told these guys what ultimately we want to be is a resilient organization. We want to be an organization that's rooted in the process. And so, to me, we don't want to take any shortcuts there. And tonight our guys, they fought through the hard stuff. We didn't bail them out. And I was proud of that.
Coach, you guys drafted Kyshawn George later in the first round at Miami. He's shown a lot of flashes both on offense and defense at Miami. What did you think and what have you thought of his development so far? Showed some nice flashes, block on the other end. You guys ran a lot of the offense for facilitation. What have you thought of his development so far in the first couple months you guys have had him?
High processor, great feel for the game, ability to see the patterns as they unfold, ability to understand defensive rotations and react accordingly. He's really got a lot up here. And the physical profile he's continued to develop. He grew over 1.5 inches during his time at Miami. The shot is there, and the mind is there, and everything else is going to get up to speed, right? He's got a coolness to his game and the way he plays. There's a fine line between pace, right, and playing hard, and he's finding that, right? And so we want you to slow down when you have the ball and own the game, but defensive transition isn't a Sunday stroll in the park, right? So we've got to have full speed, first 3 steps, and all those things. He's figuring those things out as we go. He's understanding how physical this game is going to be, and I think we've seen a lot of his development play out over these last few days.
Coach Toppert, another question. So you mentioned that 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪 hasn't looked great in box score. Obviously, he had 0 for 15 last game, and that wasn't great on the media side. But what do you think he has done better this game compared to last game? And obviously, he had the big defensive stop. And what do you think the team can do to make it help?
Well, I'd like to clarify, right? It's not the entire box score, it's scoring. And scoring is just a portion of the game. You can impact the game without scoring a point if you're doing the right things, if you're a two-way player, if you're giving maximum effort, if you're rebounding, if you're defending at a high level. Last game, the play of last game to me, the game that we lost, mind you, was when we were scrambling and trying to come back. He did the exact same thing he did tonight. He secured the offensive rebound, he kicked it out to Funk, we hit the 3, right? And that tells me that he has true toughness. That tells me that he has mental fortitude, right, to take what the defense gives him. Tonight, try to impart his will on the game, right, because at the end of the day, the defense is going to dictate what happens or should dictate what happens. And so him allowing the game come to him is huge. The scoring, that'll come. But tonight, he altered shots, even ones he didn't block, right? He rebounded at a high level, securing double-figure rebounds. Offensively, he rebounded at a high level, showing multiple efforts. He showed some tremendous facilitation with some elite passes. Whether or not he got the assists or not, he made the pass that led to the pass that led to the shot that led to the score.
How would you say personally you've done so far with the Wizards?
I think overall I have much more to show, but I think I'm just getting into my groove, game after game, getting used to the pace, getting used to the physicality, and showing more of my game every single day. So it's a whole process. I think I did okay overall, but I have much more to show.
Throughout in this game specifically, you got a lot of the ball, a lot more facilitation. Is that something that you expect, or is that something that's just coming with maturity in the game and just with being a leader on this team?
It's definitely both. Like, I grab the opportunities when they, come to me, and I know I have the capabilities to make a play for myself and my teammates, and when the opportunity shows, I'm going to just do it.
Talk a little bit about towards the end of the game there. Obviously, it was a really physical fourth quarter, but you guys stayed together well. What was kind of the message in the huddles as you were going down the wire? What was kind of going through you guys' minds?
I mean, it's scrappy. I think, like, they competed and we competed, and I think that's how we have to approach the games. We stayed together, we fought together, and, we made big plays down the end at the end of the game, so that's how it worked for us.
I've played in summer league before, and I'm kind of used to it. But I'm just trying to be out here, have fun, play hard, and whatever the results come, they come. So I'm just focusing on the things that I can control. Just coming every day with energy, playing hard, and having fun. So.
Coach talked about your resilience between the whole group. You guys. Kings went on a 12-0 run over the last 5 minutes, and then Patrick Baldwin hit a big-time three. Just talk about how you guys, came together, final moments of the game, just coming out with a win, big defensive stop also at the end.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted this win badly, and at the end of the game, the team that wanted it most won the game, and we had some timely plays. We talk about Patrick Baldwin's three-point shot. I mean, great shot, but we also got to talk about 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗓 on the offensive rebound, huge play and kick out. So we just made timely plays, and the little details really helped us get over the hump.